What's going on, guys? My name is Nick, and today is an amazing day. We're going to pick up a free project car. Now, I am just going to tell you guys what I'm going to pick up in a second, but the condition is a little iffy. You'll see that when we go to pick the car up. I just finished loading up my Accord. We're going to take it to U-Haul, load up the truck and trailer. I got to stop by my friend's house and grab some wooden boards for actually loading the car. But then we're actually going to head out up to Plastown, New Hampshire to go get the car. So it's a pretty long drive for me. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours depending. It's also really, really rainy outside. So I can't wait to load a slammed Honda in the rain. Thanks, Connor. Anyway, so I'm going to pick up a 1991 Honda Prelude with the B285. Now, the other YouTuber who I'm getting it from, his name is Connor, or ElevatedMedia, and he got the car so he could do a manual transmission swap for his 3rd gen Prelude. A link to his channel will be in the description below. But he was super awesome. I was originally going to just buy the doors, but then he said I could have the whole car, which is super nice of him, so please go show him some love down below. Anyway, we're gonna head out now. The place opens at 9 and it's about 20 minutes away, not even. So I'm gonna drive there now, grab the truck and trailer, and I'll catch up with you then. Just to give you guys a quick rundown of what we're bringing, we are getting the ratcheting tie downs, got a couple of those, and a few of the heavy duty ones outside. We're also bringing some tarps, one for the engine and one for the engine bay. Hopefully we're able to cover up both of those. Also got the tripod for some cool shots. And we're gonna plug this in because I don't feel like listening to standard music in a U-Haul truck. I lied. So I'm gonna show you guys what we have so far. As you can see, my trunk's a total mess. I have 2 ramps right there with a towel protecting my seats. Hopefully those ramps can actually support the car. We have a floor jack right here with the handle right there. We have some ponchos, some tie downs, some more tie downs, a chain, and a come along. The come along should be in here somewhere. Oh, right there, so we have a come along. Again, like I said, it's really rainy. We have all this. We can get the car on the trailer, we can tie it down, we can go home. It is super, super rainy out. This is a perfect day to go pick up a new project. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is my 2005 Accord Coupe. This is what we're taking. Right here is my 1990 Honda Prelude. This one has the B21A1, or at least it should, but I pulled the engine. For the rebuild, you guys can go ahead and click the playlist link in the description to see all that. So hopefully, if all goes well, there's gonna be another Prelude right where this truck is. All right, so I made it to Brooklyn Motorsports. We have either that trailer or that trailer over there, but we gotta go grab the truck first. All right, guys, so we officially have the U-Haul truck and trailer all set up. The truck is loaded up with the ramps, tie downs, chains, floor jack, wood, everything we could possibly need to get that car on the trailer. We're leaving the Accord here in Connecticut at Brooklyn Motorsports Auto Sales. Super nice here. Highly recommend renting a U-Haul if you're in the area. But for now, we're about to take the truck. It's actually pretty nice. Gonna hop in it and we're gonna head out. Now, one thing I do recommend if you ever rent a U-Haul is checking it over for damage and taking pictures or videos before you even step foot in the truck, just so they can't be like, oh, you did this or you did burnouts. Prove everything on camera before you even get in. Rig's all loaded up. U-Haul getting backed up. There she is. Oh, this is the Beaut herself, huh?
That's just something, alright?
So just to show you guys what we're working with here, we have my come along with the big handle, which runs straight there. It's going up there. We have this yellow strap going all the way back, wrapped around the front bumper, not just to cover the actual bumper itself, so it won't go ripping that off. It's pretty tight clearance, so hopefully we don't end up damaging anything too bad. right, so the Prelude is all loaded up. The windows are down, but what are you gonna do? Just going over some of the condition and, you know, making sure all the straps are tight, but just checking it out. Definitely got some potential, if you want to call it that, potential, but it's all strapped down. And I think we're about to head out and get some lunch because I'm hungry. All right, so we are here at the home of the Whopper. We have the Prelude sitting on the back of the trailer. We're just going over making sure the straps are actually tight. We're gonna get the come along and attach it up to the front of the trailer where we were pulling it from, right by this hook. And we're gonna use that as an extra tie down. We're probably gonna take not the highway home. A, it's an F-150. B, this is a little sketchy. But you know what they say. So I've just been going over some of the car and if it even is worth saving or what the deal is. As you guys can see, no steering column. It's definitely a project if I'm going to try and resurrect it, but I think it might have some potential. Finally got home with the new Prelude. U-Haul's parked right there, trying not to show my mailbox, but gotta play some car shuffle and see if we can get this bad boy lowered. All right guys, check it out. So here's my steering column. This is my first time sitting in my new Honda Prelude. Check it out, guys. Look at all little stupid carbon bits we got. This is gonna be pretty cool. I might swap these over to my other Prelude. It's a little greasy in here, a little nasty, but we're gonna cover up the windows tonight. Don't you worry, because they're both rolled down. I am super, super excited right now. So what we're doing is we're actually gonna drive it with the e-brake. Yup. As with any rental, you gotta fill it back up, and I really don't want to know how much this is gonna cost. So the Prelude was officially unloaded at my house. I'll show you guys that in the light in the morning, hopefully, and I can get the video up by the afternoon. This is gonna hurt. The damage wasn't as bad as I thought, but now I have to go drop these planks off at my friend's house and then drop the truck off and go home. You know, I knew the day would come. I wasn't sure how long it would be until it happened, but it finally happened. Here we have my gold 1990 Honda Prelude. This one has a B21A1, which is a 2.1 liter inline four. I got my longboard inside there. Pretty clean, actually. When I'm looking at my new one, I mean, there's some water on the dash because the sunroof leaks and I have to fix that, but pretty clean, and I try to keep it that way. I just have it open because Prelude life. This is my new car. This is a 1991 Honda Prelude. Now, as you can see, there's tarps over the windows because the windows are down. Go ahead and get these out of the way. So this is my 1991 Honda Prelude. I'm gonna give you guys just a full shot here. Isn't she beautiful? Now, one thing I want to double check is what engine we're looking at, which it'll say right here. Yep, so this is the same exact engine that came out of my other Prelude, the B21A1, which is really cool because I know this engine pretty well. Not that the 2 liter would have been much different, but this is what we're looking at for the engine bay. As you guys can see, everything is all disconnected. There's no transmission. The motor's not exactly mounted. And it's a little bit low. I oddly enough like how low it's sitting, so I might keep it like that. Not that it'll make it around my driveway, but yeah, like I said, guys, everything is disconnected in here. This thing is a total mess as it sits. But I do have some hope for it. Now, there are 2 options for this car that I've primarily been debating, and it's either yank this engine out, rebuild it, stuff it back in while I rebuild the chassis, or rebuild it and then rebuild the chassis at the same time. Make this another car like my gold Prelude, a nice, fun, maybe even a track-oriented car, or just a car with slightly higher performance specs, maybe stroke it, turbo it, who knows. The second option, take this thing for what it's worth, grab every part that I can off of it, and then maybe find another Prelude that's a little bit cleaner, but this one's still not terrible. Now, I know that saying this Prelude isn't terrible may seem like a stretch, but hear me out. We have one good door. This has already been patched, so I would just repatch that, but it's It's solid Bondo. The rear bumper's okay, someone used self-tappers. Trunk's not bad. Once it has a wing and fix this rust spot, it's good. That rear quarter needs to get rebondoed or metal fabbed, but most of it's solid. The door is solid, the roof is pretty solid. It's got some Bondo up there from what I assume was a big dent, but the roof is pretty dent-free. Now there is this rot down here in this corner, and there's probably some up there in that corner, if I had to guess. And I know the rot on this side is pretty bad, but it's totally fixable. And obviously this fender needs to get popped back out, but it's not too bad. It'd be a good spare fender if I ever wrap mine around a tree. But the body of this car and the front bumper is pretty nice too. Decent headlights, just need the shroud. I think this might become another car, not just a parts car. Now what else is interesting? A, the doors sag, which I kind of already knew, but what are you gonna do? As you can see, it's got a bunch of stupid little carbon bits that I honestly like. Sweet pair of sunglasses in here. Some nice Coors Light sunglasses. It's a little bit rough. We have the ECU sitting back there, which Connor threw in for me, so thank you for that, Connor. Now, as you can see, the interior is a little bit rough, missing the mirror controls, and the steering column is sitting right there. I don't think I have the gas pedal or anything like that. I'm looking around. Just gonna hop in here. I don't see it, but I could be wrong. So the interior is super, super rough, but I think I could honestly get it not looking too bad once I mount that up and clean it out. I don't think this interior is too bad at all. The seat has a little mess up right here where someone is obviously leaning on it, and it could use a lever right here. Again, it's not too bad, and I think this interior has some serious potential. The fact that the dash isn't cracked at all is pretty nice. Again, it just needs all the trim pieces. Now we're gonna pop the trunk, which springs up with the might of Zeus. And now here's some of the other parts we're looking at. We have a taillight right here, which seems to be in really good condition, so I'm pretty stoked on that. We have a glove box right here. We have two very new axles, so I'm pretty hyped about that. And then it's like all the stupid little parts are back. I don't know what this is, but like all the parts that are missing are all in here. Like all of the parts. So there's a ton of parts in the trunk alone. Like, jeez, look at that. Okay, we're gonna keep that closed. I am officially going to declare it. This isn't just going to be a parts car. This is going to become a full car. I've been looking online since I got it for just parts and things that I may need. Headlight shrouds, hoods. There's only one guy who sells a carbon fiber hood on eBay, and I don't feel like dropping $800 on a hood. Transmission's pretty cheap. I can get it just about anywhere. I've just been looking at all the parts I'm going to need just to make this thing run and drive down the road. Needs a set of wheels, so if anyone's got a 4x100 lug pattern set of wheels, hit my line. This car has some serious potential, and I really can't wait to see where it goes. I'm still working on the rebuild on my other Prelude, so I'm not even going to start this until that's done. That'll be done in about 2 weeks if I had to throw a number on it. I literally just need 2 full days of time before it's done, and then hopefully the Gold Lude will be back on the road. And then I'll throw another B21 in the stand, buy more of the same exact parts that I already bought, and hopefully have another project car. That's gonna conclude it for today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you liked and what you think of my new project. It definitely deserves the price of free. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.